welcome. Hey, yeah. Yeah, welcome. Yeah, I let these words flow out.
Hey, what is up, comic, TV, and movie fans? What a weekend for all of us. San Diego ComicCon this year brought a ton of news, the return of Marvel to the big stage, a bunch of DC stuff, and just general movie and TV trailers, news, featurettes, so much stuff to talk about. This is just going to be kind of a recap video, what we got to see, what was cool, and what we have to look forward to in the future. So let's go ahead and start off with some of the movie things we found out. This weekend, we got to see probably the best trailer of the whole weekend, I think, Kong Skull Island. Oh my gosh. I was not really that pumped for this movie before this trailer, but this trailer was just crazy awesome. It made Kong look like this kind of mix between Apocalypse Now and like the 70s style, along with this monster movie. But the thing is, most monster movies do fall short because of the cast, like what happened in Godzilla and kind of partially Pacific Rim. But this cast looks fantastic. We got Hiddleston, we got Brie Larson, John Goodman, Samuel L. Jackson. So many great people in there. It looks like it's really going to hold up well, along with having a great monster. There's a lot of awesome visuals. The thing on the Triceratops with the machine gun. So much cool stuff. Anyways, it just looks really exciting, and it gets me excited for a movie that I wasn't excited for, and now it's one of my most anticipated for sure. Then we got a trailer for the King Arthur movie by Guy Ritchie, and it looks like a Guy Ritchie King Arthur, that's for sure, but I think this is just going to be really good because Guy Ritchie's so good at people palling around, and now he's just going to put that into the King Arthur kind of mythology, and it looks like there's a lot of supernatural and just like crazy stuff going on. Tree people, magic, and the Sword in the Stone, and who knows, we might get a Merlin out of this. But it actually looks exciting and makes me excited for King Arthur. I haven't had that kind of thing happen since, I don't know, the animated cartoon way back when. I mean, it definitely looks worth a try, and I am intrigued, so I'm probably going to go see that one. Then we got a trailer for Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. I'm 100% on for any more Harry Potter. I need more. I can't believe we haven't got more stories from him other than just this kind of weird play that's sort of a continuation. I want a book. I want something. So it's nice to see that they're making a movie, even though it is off of this weird, like, fictional encyclopedic book within the universe. But it looks awesome. Eddie Redmayne's so cool. He looks really perfect for this part. And we get to see United States wizards. We get to see the other side of the pond. And anything Harry Potter I'm down for. It looks funny. There's parts in the trailer where the latches are coming off. But it also looks almost like a monster movie because they're hunting down these fantastic beasts. But more Harry Potter is always a good thing in my book. So yes, please. Let's go ahead and move into DC sorta with the Lego Batman trailer. Oh my gosh. This might be my most anticipated DC movie. It looks hilarious. They're using the material so well in a time where superheroes have never been more on the screen or on the silver screen. They're everywhere. And Lego Batman was one of the best parts of the Lego movie. And now he gets his own solo pick. And Robin's there. This might be the first time we actually have a solo Batman and Robin movie that isn't trash, obviously, after the first one. And what a terrible catastrophe that was. It's going to be really funny, it looks like. The trailers have been hilarious. They're really taking on that Batman character and so many comic book things. I think it's going to work well after what Deadpool did, and I can't wait for it. It actually looks bright and colorful, like Suicide Squad, like too few Justice League and DC movies. We need that color and that comic book to come to life, and this is really going to do it, it looks like. Now we can go ahead and delve into more of the DC straight up. We got some big stuff from DC. They had a big hill to climb after Batman v Superman earlier this year. They'd released the Ultimate Edition just so some of their fans would come back to them. Suicide Squad looks exciting, though. I'm not going to talk about the Suicide Squad trailer, unfortunately, obviously, because it's only 2 weeks away. I don't need to see any more trailers or TV spots or clips. There's 20 on YouTube and 5 different trailers. I'm fine. I'm okay. I'm going to go see the movie. Anyways, we also got a Justice League trailer, which I did not think we would get this early, but I'm really glad we did because it actually looks really promising. Aquaman looks crazy and totally Khal Drogo. He was only wearing a shirt in like half of the scenes. He looks really menacing. I love any kind of going across the globe, picking people up, building a team. That's awesome kind of stuff. Wonder Woman and Batman look like they're actually building a really funny rapport. That was an awesome scene with Batman and the Flash. So many cool moments. The Flash actually looks pretty interesting. His reason for joining the team, although as a joke, was still really heartfelt when you sat and thought about it. I love that he didn't let Batman finish his big speech about why he should join. He was just like, yes, I'm joining. I mean, that's what I would do, and that's what he did, but he did it because he needs friends. And Batman was just so relieved that someone actually joined this team. Superman wasn't in it. You know he's going to be, hopefully with a mullet. I don't know why they killed him before this movie. It's kind of silly, but the main thing I took out of this is it looks promising. Even Cyborg looks pretty cool. That whole polygonic shape thing, didn't mind it too much. Now we just need that Green Lantern Corps, but this looks promising. We also got a Wonder Woman trailer. It looks a lot like Captain America 1, but it's kind of her version. The Amazonian world looks absolutely beautiful. It's so cool just visually, that octopus sculpture and whatnot. But the action looks crazy in this. There's horses and bows and arrows, and it's like medieval versus World War I, which is weird and unsettling, but if they can make it work in the movie, okay. It's just kind of strange to see swords versus guns. But we'll see how they do. They may do good. But the movie looks exciting. We don't know the villain yet. They didn't ruin the movie yet. That's another thing the Justice League trailer did well. That Batman v Superman trailers later on in the game did not do well. Keep the third act to yourself. I'll figure it out when I'm at the movie. So that was DC pretty much, other than their TV stuff, which I will mention quickly, but not as long-term as some may hope. First of all, I fell off the Arrow. I think Season 3, I don't even know anymore. It's just disappointing. It started good, and then it just got crazy and dumb, and the characters fell apart, and they killed the good ones, and the other good ones got their own shows, like Legends of Tomorrow. I haven't finished that first season. I really like The Atom. Everyone else is just kind of meh for me. Maybe I'll get back into it, but I didn't watch the trailer. Same with The Flash. I did not watch the Season 3 trailer because I haven't watched Season 2. I might catch up and binge on it. The first season's characters just didn't carry me that much. The second season sounds way crazier, way more comic booky, so I might like it. I just haven't got to it yet. And I will not even talk about Gotham. The first season was such garbage, and the premise was kind of dumb when you got past the initial cool idea, because you'll never see the culmination of most of these plots because he's never going to be Batman, so they're always going to be kind of in between, 1 foot in, 1 foot out, and I just couldn't take it anymore, so no thanks with that. Anyways, let's go ahead and move into Marvel. Marvel had a really big weekend, and I didn't think they would. Maybe it's because they weren't there last year. They did their D23 thing, and for some reason I thought they'd keep most of their goodies for that D23, but they came out in force. We got pretty much at least one thing from almost everything they have in production. And let's go ahead and start it off. Guardians of the Galaxy 2, we got some really cool artwork. We got some breaking news about who people are. Kurt Russell is going to be Ego the Living Planet. Are you freaking kidding me? If that's not crazy enough, that's Star-Lord's dad. Oh my gosh. I just can't wait to see how they do that, but I totally trust James Gunn. They also added Mantis, and it looks like Groot's just tiny, so he's somehow going to be even more cool and cuter. I didn't even think that was possible. But I trust James Gunn with this property, and if he just goes in a room, I know he can come out with a great script. And I can't wait to see this movie. The first one is so amazing, and we all have really high hopes. And that's all I can say about that. Can't wait. Something else we got for Captain Marvel, which is so far away, but Brie Larson has been cast as Captain Marvel. Oh my gosh. Could there have been a better choice? I can't think of one. She's so perfect in comedy, like 21 Jump Street, but also drama, like The Room, and I can't wait to see what she does with the action. I think she melds so well with the other characters and personalities in the Avengers and in that universe. I can't wait to see what she does. But that's a long ways away, so let's get to some closer stuff, like Black Panther. They didn't quite have that much. I can't wait to see Wakanda. They announced some cast stuff. It looks like Michael B. Jordan's going to be the villain, working with Ryan Coogler again, which is awesome. Those two do great stuff together. His name is actually Killmonger in the movie, so, I mean, Black Panther should be able to figure out he's the villain by the first act. Look at that name alone. And we got the lady who plays Michonne on The Walking Dead being a part of his Secret Service, so to speak, in Wakanda. I just can't wait to see what they do with that world, and I guess we'll check back in on the first trailer. We got some artwork, too, for Spidey versus Metal Vulture, it looks like, in Homecoming. It looks pretty cool. I'm glad they didn't go the painted-on feathers and Birdman costume that Michael Keaton already wore in Birdman. It would have looked pretty silly. He could have destroyed him. But this looks like a big old flying tank. It'll be interesting to see. Once again, another science villain. I love that. but I've heard the footage people did see makes it look like a sort of John Hughes style 80s high school movie, which is perfect. I have no doubt Marvel's just going to crush it. They crushed it in Civil War, and I can't wait to see it. And I've never really been excited for more Spider-Man, except right now. So take advantage of that. We got a logo change from Thor Ragnarok. It looks super retro, super cool. But the bigger news is this is really a secret Thor Planet Hulk movie. It's so perfect. Both of these guys who don't really work that well alone, Thor and Hulk, coming together and bouncing off each other like they did in that scene in New York in the Avengers where Thor got punched by Hulk through a building just as a joke. And now it looks like Hulk's going to be wearing some battle armor and taking on monsters. And we have Kate Blanchett as Helena, and we have Jeff Goldblum in this friggin' movie. It's going to be really cool to see. It's probably going to be the first good Thor movie. I mean, the first one's mad. I couldn't even deal with the second one. Only Marvel movie I still haven't seen. But this one looks really exciting, and I've never said that about a Thor movie. On the TV side, we got a quick little snippet about Iron Fist. He might finally make Loras Tyrell cool. Who is this Danny Rand guy? I'm excited to find out. He looks like he's got a cool power set. I wanted to see how he interacts with other people in Hell's Kitchen. Who's he going to fight? What's the villain? We just don't know that much yet. But, I mean, it's Netflix. It's Marvel. I got to trust him on this one so far. We also got an awesome action scene trailer from Luke Cage, which makes it look like it's going to be Luke Cage versus Remy Danton, which would be so cool, just fixing up the hood. I could totally watch that. He had some great moments with just a car door where he just wrapped it around a guy and threw it into a crowd of other bad guys. He's a tank. And it's going to be really interesting to see how they make that character interesting with really no physical stakes. I think they're going to really delve into that character, and I can't wait to see what they do. I just really hope that they're interacting more with Jessica Jones, with Daredevil. Come on, this is why they're in the same universe. Don't make 4 series where we barely see anyone talk to either other person before, and this is what I'm going to quietly segue into. The Defenders movie, and we got a little Defenders trailer. I don't know. It was more like a Prezi. They just showed us the logo, and we got sticks saying, how are you going to defend the city? You can't defend yourselves. Blah. But we got a date, 2017. So after we get through the Netflix series, I'll start to think about that. And we also got a trailer for Doctor Strange, which I totally forgot to mention in the movie section. But this looks crazy. I don't think there's going to be many other movies made ever like this one. It's using magic in crazy ways, and it's not that fake magic, which is actually technology like they have in Asgard. It's real magic. We got Benedict Cumberbatch, Tilda Swinton. We got the Ejiofor guy whose first name I can't pronounce. There's so many good cast members, and this is a classic story, and hopefully one of the last origin stories. But just the magic alone is going to bring me in that theater, so I'm super pumped. Let's finish out this Comic-Con trailer with all the TV stuff. So much TV stuff, from new stuff to favorites. Starting out with Star Trek Discovery, which is the new Star Trek series set in the Prime universe. All we really got was a look at the ship. Can't really say I'm that impressed. It looks super old and retro, like maybe the one that got crashed in Star Trek Beyond, which is fine because it's not really about the ship so much. I mean, it kind of is, but I wish they'd gone with a more modern and upgraded and cool and new design instead of this, but it's really about the cast and the crew and what they go through. So I'll make my judgment more about when we know who's on this crew and what it's made up of based on aliens and whatnot. But, I mean, it's a good start, and it's a really good name. I'll definitely say that. Discovery is just perfect for the exploration that is Star Trek, and we need Star Trek back on TV. We also got a trailer for Powerless, a new NBC comedy with Vanessa Hudgens and Alan Tudyk. That's not how you say his name. And Abed from Community. It looks pretty funny, sort of. It looks really chipper and bright, which is almost a throw-off because it's basically set in DC universe, and it's these people who file insurance claims when superheroes make a mess. And I think it's a great premise. I think it's the perfect time to put it out, much like Lego Batman and Deadpool, and they're going to have a lot of material to work from. So I'll judge the series when it comes out more so than the trailer, but I think it's a great idea and has a lot of potential. We also got a Walking Dead Season 7 poster, first half of which was just a recap and cock teases about the friggin' Lucifer bat and Negan, and they're just really milking this thing where you don't know who he killed. I hate that they did it. It's such a cop-out move just for their marketing team to be able to have more material. I don't care who he killed. I mean, it's probably Glenn. But who cares, really? We're going to get a lot more crap from The Walking Dead, it looks like. There's a lot of wood scenes, a lot of walking, a lot of zombie kills. Don't know why that's supposed to be cool, but the cool thing is we got the kingdom, King Ezekiel, we got Shiva. Some actually cool things from the comic book that have done it so much better than the show has. I hope we can get more into that community and the uprising, and I love that Shiva's in this. That's amazing. I definitely didn't think that was coming in season 7. And it looks like we're getting more Negan finally, which I thought was going to be last season, but then they just had 10 minutes of it. So this should be Negan's season, and that's pretty awesome because Negan's awesome in the comics. And I can't wait to see how they deal with Negan and his swearing. I mean, they've got to use a real swear word at least once an episode. He might do the Battlestar Galactica thing where he fricks and fracks all over the place. That might work. We'll just have to see. We also got a little teaser for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. about Ghost Rider. Okay, I already have a bad taste in my mouth with Nicolas Cage. I don't know. I might maybe come back to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I sort of fell off after season 1 and after season 2, and I catch up sparingly, but I don't know. Maybe I'll catch it eventually. It might be good. Don't really care. Sorry, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Then we got an American Gods trailer. Don't know what this is. Haven't looked it up. I'm just gonna... It looks like it could be a graphic novel for sure. But we got Ian McShane. It's just really striking, the imagery. It looks really intriguing, that's for sure, and very unique. I don't know what it is, but there's some imagery in there that just immediately grabs me and be like, okay, I'm going to watch at least the pilot. I don't know what this is, but it looks crazy. Then we got a trailer for Legion, which is an X-Men TV show about the estranged son of Professor X, I'm pretty sure. And it looks nuts. It looks like X-Men multiplied by Mr. Robot because he's all losing his mind in his head and whatnot. Again, a lot of really crazy imagery. Kitchen's blowing up, and it also looks a little funny though, which is good. And I'll check it out. That's for sure. I don't know what it is, but it looks different, and it's worth a try. And last, and definitely most in my eyes, Sherlock, one of my favorite TV shows of all time. Season 4 trailer. Oh my gosh, the stakes look like they just keep raising. Moriarty might be back. Maybe this picture kind of makes it look like he will. We'll have to see. I mean, the Christmas episode made it look like Sherlock was kind of losing his mind. But even Sherlock is just going crazy and really on his wit's end. Everything is culminating, and it's not a game anymore. They keep telling Sherlock, but it started as a game. It just looks crazy, and even the villains in the new season look really menacing. I love this show. I can't wait to see where they go, and I can't wait to see more Moriarty. Oh my gosh, I love Moriarty. He's so good. So anyways, yeah, that was San Diego ComicCon 2016. A lot of awesome stuff. So many trailers. Oh my gosh. What was your guys' favorite trailer? Kong Skull Island, anybody? Yeah, that one was pretty awesome. Anyways, you guys can like and subscribe if you want to. There's some other videos right here you can watch. Maybe a little bit of Joe Budden and Drake beef. Hoping that Drake puts out a full response soon so that I can make another one of these videos. We got some spoiler reviews here and here. Anyways, check it out if you want to. And till my next video, based on whatever it is, this is Movie Mammoth, heading back to the cave. Bye.